The biggest threat in fraud is not necessarily a bad person, but rather a perfect identity. So fraud historically has been looking at blurry ID documents, right? And making sure that the names match. If that's your single fraud fighting strategy, you will miss the mark. We are entering an era where synthetic fraud is not just at its highest height, but it's growing. And so when we think about synthetic identity fraud, that can look like a lot of things. Typically, what it's going to be is a bad actor who's weaving together both real and fake data to essentially falsely portray themselves. So they may have stolen an SSN and used the name, address, and that stolen SSN to portray themselves as one individual. And then they went and faked an ID document, right? And they've essentially slowly Frankenstein together with, again, real data that may not belong to them, but real data and false data to get their desired end result. In the past, fighting fraud typically meant you were fighting one individual who maybe had access to a Photoshop license. But what we're going to find is more and more fraud rings. So that's multiple bad actors who have experience across multiple industries in committing fraud. In addition to that, you have the tools that they're using. It's going to be using AI not just to build content that you can use to commit fraud, but it's going to be able to do that at scale. Right now, you can go in and ask an algorithm to create something near instantly. You see this when you look at TikTok, and you see this when you look at Instagram. You have these fraudster specialists who are using AI to essentially sell packages. And when I'm talking to operators, what's somewhat humorous, but also concerning at the same time, is how blatant this is. You have influencers, fraud influencers, who are going on and they're saying, hey, if you want to crack the code at this specific operator's properties, here's a package for you. And that's not just across one operator. That's not just in one market. We're seeing that widespread.